Partha, welcome to the conference built by you and your colleagues.
Thank you, Mateen, for covering the conference and helping spread the message of the conference.
You know, the comfort is, I think, for you and your colleagues that put this together is taking the brand from where it was left last conference and building it up. It's a big challenge because it's already a recognized brand. So the first question I'm asking you is, how do you take the challenge that was left in 2011 and ramp it up to 2013 and produce the quality that you have produced?
That's a great question, Mateen. The challenge here is, as you said, IIT brand is world-renowned. We are proud of it. But how do you make sure that it gets propagated and we derive a value not just for our personal good, but for the greater humanity, right? So when we thought about doing this conference, we had a couple of options: structuring it around people or structuring around a theme. And our theme was connected to basically giving back to the world and the society. And we thought, what's the best way of doing that? And we thought, inspiring innovation for tomorrow, doing something for the world, not getting restricted to countries or people, but to the world, and solving the biggest challenges, and making sure that we talk about and really work on finding some solutions. And that's where your stickiness after the conference comes in. We think we should try and get some thoughts cultivated, started, or maybe even boosted, which was already there, so that there is a continuity and stickiness after the conference. So one of the things we try to do in all our messaging, from the billboards to the logos to the website to Facebook, we wanted to have this consistent messaging, inspiring innovation for tomorrow. Let's tackle the biggest problems: steel, sustainability, technology, energy, education, life sciences, and inspire innovation in those areas so that the whole humanity benefits. And that's the legacy we like to leave, of IITians giving back to the world, to humanity.
You know, when you talk about messaging, there is a build up to the conference, the pre-messaging, which is very important, right? So taking a brand and trying to create more value and trying to bring the right audience and create awareness of the conference. So I have a two-part question. One is, the efforts that has gone into creating this, marketing plan for the conference. And post-conference is very important because you have to continue with the messaging going forward, as you said. But there's also so much content that's going to be made available that is generated at the conference. So just wanted to learn from you how you're designing the strategy pre and post.
Perfect. So pre, our strategy was designing the theme, and then it bifurcated into two areas. One is website, social media. The other, which is kind of later in the game, is creating ready for all the logos, banners, backdrops. So once we decided on inspiring innovation for tomorrow, through our website, social media, we really used Facebook, Twitter, and then about a couple of months before the conference, we got our mobile app out. And so that was the messaging before the conference, is getting our tweets and the Facebook updates and mobile app updates so that people get excited. One of the things I am really proud of is a lot of people started calling. They said, I never felt that excited, didn't get connected. Something good is happening. They didn't know what it is, but there's a buzz, and we created that buzz. This is before the conference. Just in the preparation stage for the conference, we designed the backdrop and all these signs, and the backdrops were specifically designed around inspiring innovation for tomorrow with the steel structure, and that's the stickiness we want that people keep in mind. Now, after the conference, what do we do? What we want people, the Torontos and the future conferences to remember is this is how we designed it. And we, the best thing is if they can take this template and go to the next level. And what we are hoping, they will build on the mobile app, they will build on the brand we have created on LinkedIn, Facebook, and Twitter, and continuously send the message. And Arjun Sen, who's the Pan IIT chair now, I have been working very closely with them. fellow IIT graduate, and I will also work on the branding and the messaging part of Pan IIT movement, so that what we started or what we built on here gets carried on for future, and we transmit the message and really make a difference to the world.
Coming to the professional side, because what you do for IIT is almost a dharma for you, right? Giving
Yes.
back to the community.
Right.
Now, there has to be a professional side where you have your own personal accomplishments.
Right.
So being in Houston, it's nothing but energy. So we talk about energy and the
Right.
involvement with the SunGuard. So you focus on energy sector and the risk analysis. The question
Right.
is, as you were mentioning earlier, that when we go out and try to make money as any business, okay, just making money doesn't make sense anymore in today's economy.
Right.
It's more about your involvement with the society. It's more about making an impact to where
Correct.
you generate the revenue. So, wanted to learn from you on the professional side, how do you engage people and society and resources to make a very productive effort?
Right. That's an excellent question. Just to give a background, I graduated with a computer science degree, got my master's here in computer science, and then got an MBA. From my college days, I love communicating, also being some kind of like a mathematical nerd, I guess. I was looking for the right word. Wanted to put all this together. And commodities trading, energy trading, risk management is the great area. I get to advise my clients, the CEOs, CFOs, CIOs of the world on what's the best way to optimize and the returns from trading, and be it commodities, mostly on commodities and energy products, but also on equities and bonds. But the best thing is, you shouldn't try to maximize profit without managing risk. Because we have seen with this financial meltdown, when people took risk in mortgages and other areas, they put the entire economies of big countries in trouble, and we're still paying price for it. So one of the things I'm really involved in is the compliance and risk side also of energy trading. I have been with Tom Geithner and the U.S. Treasury actually in a think tank meeting with Pranab Mukherjee when he was the finance minister. So answering your question, one of the areas I am involved in is how do you manage risk while speculating or trading, so that we don't put countries and companies at risk. And through different mathematical models, and we learn from what happened in the past, and then project in the future, tweak the models, and make sure we manage the risk very proactively, not after some disaster has happened, so that we make the best decisions for the company. So I'm really proud of that, and my IIT education really helped with that. And trading is sometimes a bad word, but I enjoy it because it's a challenge. How do you make money without losing money?
I want to ask you this, as a marketing guy now,
Right.
one of the biggest brands out of India, oil sector always gets a bad rap.
Right.
It makes the most money at somebody else's cost.
Correct.
It's people or resources.
Right.
So if you were to go back and look at repositioning or positioning it the right way for these energy
Right.
businesses, what are your thoughts?
That's a very interesting question, Mateen. And I've been asked this before. My thought is the right utilization of resources. We have enough resources with fracking and new technology. We are getting new ways of, finding oil, finding other resources. But we also need to find better and alternate ways of finding energy. Wind energy cannot drive a car, right? So find the right areas where you can use wind energy. You can't have solar energy in Alaska, right? So find the right places where you can have solar energy. But there are places where you will need oil. You will need cheap oil. You need areas where you can produce power with different types of carbon products. So our challenge is find the right commodity for the right resource, and then for the right utilization, and in doing so, find the right way to find that resource. So let's start from the end user. I need power. What's the best way of producing power in this country? And then for that resource I need for power, what is the best way to find the resource? And that's my challenge, and I think it's doable. That's the global challenge, and there are places for all. It's not a black and white answer. I will only use oil, not use wind. I will only use wind or not use oil. So we'll find the right mix, and people are working on different areas, and I'm very confident we'll find the right mix.
I'm sure we'll be part of a very hopeful and positive mix of people who will change things around here.
Thank you.
And ending again back on a note, the banner looks fabulous.
Thank you.
Okay, and again on behalf of all of us, a great job, well done, and thank you so much.
Thanks to the team for delivering it, and appreciate you covering
My
IIT
pleasure.
conference. Thank you.